Hi, I'm Gabby. Welcome back to my channel. As you saw in the title, today we are going to set up my grocery order, set my meals for the week, and do some prep. There's no special restrictions on my diet or the way that I eat. I just like to eat a little cleaner. In my opinion, it's cheaper to eat at home than it is to eat out. If you're interested to see how I do my meal planning and want to see how I prep my food, come along with me on my grocery order. Just go ahead and continue to watch. Roll the intro. Before we jump into the tips, I just wanted to say that I'm not a trainer, I'm not a nutritionist or by any means. These are just tips that I wish that someone shared with me when I first moved out and started cooking for myself. Would have been super beneficial and have been super beneficial for me now as I budget and as I plan my meals and as I continue to try to eat healthy. You may look at my meals and you're like, there's bread, there's cheese, there's dairy, there's a whole bunch of unhealthy options there. Like I said, I'm trying to mainly save money and try not to eat processed food. All the food that I do make, I try to make it from scratch. And again, like I said, it's just something that I've learned along the way as I've been cooking for myself. Tip number one is sit down and plan out your meals for the week. I like to go on Pinterest, on YouTube, TikTok, and I like to watch videos like these. What I eat in a day, healthy, easy dinners, I eat in a week, just to get inspiration on recipes. And that brings me into my second tip. Keeping your recipes simple is gonna motivate you to actually cook the meal, but it's guaranteed to have a higher success rate of it coming out good. If you have this difficult tortellini recipe where you're making pasta and you don't have a pasta machine, chances are it's going to be super stressful. Chances are it's going to take a long time after you've already went to work for the day or after you came home from the gym. It's going to take you a long time to make that meal, and that's all you're going to think about. I have to go home and I have to cook. And when you don't know how to make something, you use a ton more dishes than you usually do. So then you have this big old mess, all this pile of dishes everywhere. To top it off, your food did not come out that great and you're demotivated and you no longer want to cook. So my second tip is keep it simple. You want to challenge yourself to make a meal that you've never made before or a recipe that's a little more difficult. Go for it. Throw in a day in there where you know you don't have a stressful work day or maybe you're off during that day. That's how you start to become a better cook. Tip number 3, if you can, and I know not everybody can, if you can do a grocery order pickup versus walking into the store, do that. Because once you have your meal set and you know what you're gonna eat for the week, then you can go into your fridge and you can see, okay, I need this, this, and this for each meal. Then you go on your phone and you just order what you need and the amount that you need. I always have a leftover day. So for one of those meals, I know that I make a little bit bigger than I normally would so that I can eat it the next day. The reason I say do the grocery order pickup, or if you have the grocery order delivery, you're spending less money. I don't know about you, but I'm super guilty about walking down every aisle. Oh, I saw that item on TikTok. I'm gonna buy that. I wonder how it tastes. The aisles, and you're like, that sounds good. Well, that sounds good. And before you know it, your grocery order went from $80 to 200. And you're like, what did I buy? I definitely recommend that for that budget aspect. If you have to walk in the store and you don't have the option for a grocery order delivery or the grocery order pickup, what I recommend is you eat. Yes, you eat before you go to the grocery store, and definitely have a list what you're gonna buy. You may or may not be like me, but if I don't eat and I walk into a grocery store, I'm starting just to grab food because it sounds good because I'm hungry. And again, same thing happens. My grocery order goes from $80 to almost $150, $200 because I'm just grabbing stuff because I'm hungry and I want to eat that item now. And if you want to take it a step further, if you know the way your grocery store is, put it in that order. So for example, I like to put, if I'm walking into the grocery store, I like to put all my produce items together, and then the next items on my list are dairy products, and then the next items on my list are bread. Walking around the store aimlessly. I don't know about you, but I just don't like letting my milk or dairy products sit in my cart for a really long time. I feel like they get kind of spoiled. I know. Probably doesn't. So those are my 3-ish tips for you if you're going to meal prep and to make sure that it's successful. They're starting to
Hey,
lighten
Mom.
up again.
Are you done recording? No.
So I've kept my meals pretty basic. I'll go ahead and enter like a screenshot here so you can follow along. So I basically do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I said, I try to at least eat 3 meals a day. And then if I get hungry, I try to have snacks available so that I'm not just grabbing a bag of chips or a candy bar or something unhealthy. So for breakfast, I've decided to have eggs and chorizo, pretty basic, with like an avocado on the side. I usually drink my greens with that. I do have stuff to make a smoothie, so if I want to do that or a protein shake, I can definitely add that. For lunch, I like to keep it super simple, a sandwich. And I still have cucumbers, so you could do like a sandwich with cucumbers and hummus. You could do a sandwich with carrots and ranch. Obviously, you can make a healthy ranch if you want to with like Greek yogurt. Or you can, if you want to, and this is the only time you eat something bad, is chips. So if you want to have a sandwich with some chips, again, I do my sandwich with all the fixings. So it's got the lettuce, it's got cheese, it's got mayo, it's got mustard, cold cut. I'm not trying to eat super healthy, stick to macros, do any of that. Dinner I have, and then I'll figure out what day I'll eat what, but I have chicken taco bowls, spaghetti and Caesar salad. I might have like French bread. There's a Korean beef bowl, so it was like Korean beef, rice, and I think it was broccoli that they had. Lemon pepper chicken. I didn't get to make it last week and it was on my menu. Leftover day can be leftovers. If you don't have any leftovers, it could be a takeout day. It's completely up to you, but keeping it this simple will help you. And then I'll just make like snacks, which I usually have like fruit available. I have vegetables like cucumbers with like tahini. A smoothie is always good, so if you're like hungry but you don't know what to do, you can do smoothie, apples and peanut butter. Delicious, especially if you are someone who craves salty and not sweet. Apples and peanut butter are like my jam right now. Okay, so once I make my list, then I go through my pantry and my fridge and figure out what I need. So I make a grocery order and I go on my grocery app and then I do a pickup. That way I can go get my groceries. My pickup order is in, but it won't be ready until tomorrow at 10. Today we'll just clean out our fridge and wash all our dishes and get ready for prep tomorrow. So you guys just saw me make my sandwich. It's got lettuce, cheese, mayonnaise, mustard, and it's got like a turkey. Really don't like roast beef sandwiches. I on occasion get chicken, but I prefer turkey. I'm gonna drink my greens with this, so let me go get those for you really quick. They're my greens. When I actually make them, I just open my blender bottle and I put the scoop in there, room temperature water, that I can just mix it. I actually don't like the taste of greens, even though this is probably the best one that I've had is guava berry, but I top it off with cold water because then it tastes way better that way. Once it's all mixed together, then I put my cold water. Yes, some of you may come at me and attack me, but like I said, I'm not doing any type of macros. I'm just trying to eat a little cleaner. So I have a snack pack size chips and I didn't eat a whole one yesterday, so I still have some left over, and that's what I'm gonna eat today with my sandwich. I'll show you about how many hot Cheetos that is. So it's only about this much. Again, if you want to come at me for drinking greens and counteracting it, whatever, with hot Cheetos, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be super cut and have this giant 6-pack or compete in any type of competition. I'm just trying to make sure I get as much greens as I can get in and as much red. So when I have a couple hot Cheetos with my sandwich, big deal. So that's my lunch. I had one of these this morning. It's like those wellness shots, but this one was for a happy mood. But it's like blood orange, pineapple, guava. Again, I can't say this one, so I will just list it on the bottom. Saffron extract. It's got vitamin D3, and so this is supposed to help your mood. It didn't taste bad because it says that it has like that blood orange guava flavor. So let's make dinner. Tonight is lemon pepper chicken with rice. Cue the montage. Also, don't worry, the stove's not on. While I make dinner, I drink my BCAAs Sour Patch flavor. Again, it just helps with muscle recovery, so I do it while I'm cooking. So after a long day of work, it's the little victories that you're like, I'm so happy I have this. Get a dog base then. Why are you being so loud? Dinner, we have lemon pepper chicken, rice, and squash zucchini with cheese. Hope you enjoyed the vlog and hope to see you in the next one.